Welcome to this lecture. Today we are going to deal with these topics little quickly but in detailed approach. My name is Gunjan Subedi and as always I will be guiding you in this topic with practical explanation and examples when necessary. Before starting, let me kindly remind you to subscribe to my Lean University, which is my initiative to deliver free and quality professional education to your screen. A user stories has primarily three components, each of which begins with the letter C. The first component of a user story is the card or the user story card. User stories are captured on the story cards. The team reads the card before building the feature. The card is best understood as an invitation to the conversation. It acknowledges that the customer and the team will be discovering through the conversation or say collaboration for the underlying business or system needed as they are working on it. The card usually follows the format similar to the one below. As a user role of the product, I can action so that benefit. In other words, the written text of the story, the invitation for the conversation must address the who, what and why of the story. Note that the cards could be the physical cards or even the cards in the Jira software if you are using that software. But generally, physical cards are more common. User stories are written on a 3x5 inch cards. The descriptions goes in the front, acceptance criteria on the back, but that can be shown on the front too. Here in this card, there is user story in the particular template format. And there are various other terms like acceptance criteria, importance, etc. Note that if you are using the software such as Jira, there is a plugin or functionality in that software for a more Scrum-like look and feel. But it's no problem if you do not want to use software. You simply have to understand about the components of the user stories and how we write the user stories in a card. The next component is conversation. Conversations are simply discussions between the team members and the product owner, and the product owner and stakeholders, or conversation between all three to make sure that the product is built according to the requirements. The conversation should be collaborative and facilitated by the product owner, which involves all stakeholders and the team. This is usually a face-to-face and in-person conversation. The conversation is where the real value of the stories lies, and the written card should be adjusted to reflect the shared understanding of this conversation. The conversation can be supported by different documentations and acceptance criteria too. Acceptance criteria of the user stories consists of the set of test scenarios that are able to be met to confirm that the software is working as expected. The next component is confirmation. The product owner must confirm that the story is complete before it can be considered done. So what is definition of done? Definition of done or DOD is the list of requirements that a user stories must adhere to for the team to call it complete. The team and the product owner check the doneness of every story in light of the team's current definition of done. Specific acceptance criteria that is different from the current definition of done can be established for individual stories, but the current criteria must be well understood and agreed to by the team. So we just learned in this particular lecture that there are three components of the user stories. They are the card, communication and confirmation. Before ending this lecture, let me remind you to join my Lean University's premium membership and enjoy a total free access for limited time inside my Lean University's online library and get tons of free courses, free books and lecture topics on project management, Lean and Six Sigma, operations and supply chain, productive and preventive maintenance, quality maintenance, data science, industry and sales management, agile and scrum, kaizen or continuous improvement and much more totally free. No strings attached. As we have limited seats, only the early subscribers will be given open access inside the premium membership, and remember, it's totally free. Please subscribe and share the video if you share the common belief that professional education should be accessible to all.